We're here in legendary Silverstone, where the very first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix was held back in 1950. It's a place where every tuft of grass breathes motorsport, and the crowd are already crackling with excitement. Silverstone demands a lot of power from cars, with numerous twists and historic turns. Downforce is going to be a key factor to manage if teams want to succeed here. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. Let the weekend begin! Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. We didn't see any unexpected prowess from Alpine during qualifying, but they did well for themselves. Everything's still open to them for the race. And the sky's looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
Well, we're 52 laps away then from crowning the winner of the British Grand Prix. But one thing is for certain, it's going to be sensational. It's a somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. There we see Kevin Magnussen, not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. The teams are ready to go. Hold on tight, it's the British Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
All right, here we are for the home F1, getting her done in Silverstone. And just as I had guessed, Silverstone is an old RAF base from World War II. We moved it over. We'll focus mostly on Magnussen for this race because
it's not over for us.
It looks like he lost a spot to Bottas there.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
We'll check
Here's
that one
the
out
replay.
because we didn't really see it.
Now we
fully.
see Valtteri Bottas.
Well, it kind of comes on the inside there. Good move, Valtteri. Tries to get it back there.
There they go, moving up a position in the pack.
The team's devastated.
And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
No, it didn't. It was literally like the third turn of the race. Fans already cheering him on. Looks like we got Norris trying to make a move on us from behind here. Wait, who's in front and behind here?
Mercedes moved up a place.
And Hamilton overtakes Schumacher. Well, we're not going to watch that one either. Oh. Where is the... I thought it was showing us the car in front and behind. But I guess that's not really happening. All right, anyway. All right, so now he's tucked in behind Bottas at 9th. As usual, we're sort of battling with McLaren. We want to keep them behind us and out of the points, actually, out of 10th if we can. Big crowd, a lot of fans on hand today. Good weather right now. I don't know what as long as it's overcast, that's not a big problem. But if it rains, that would be a problem. Let's see who went wide.
Oh, there's a spin!
Tell.
Let's have a look. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. That looked like a very nasty spin.
Right in the middle of the track. All right, and now Schumacher should be able to get... Magnussen should be able to get Bottas at some point here. He's also got, it looks like, medium tires on. We're not using DRS yet. They'll say DRS enabled. I forget which lap that's on, probably the third lap. So cars are probably going to likely keep much in line from now until then. Because I don't know how well you're going to be able to pass without it. But he's sticking with him pretty well. So far looking good. Yeah, an old airbase is great. Great place to build an F1 track, you know? Because you have those long spaces for runways and such. So we'll keep an eye on this. Yeah, obviously we want to be higher up. We started off 8th, position 8, I believe.
DRS enabled, DRS enabled.
There we are, lap 3, DRS enabled. And now you're going to start to see a lot of those rear fins open up on the big straightaways. And it looks like Magnussen's trying to set himself up for something. Now I think if we look out, we can see Bottas in front. It's Norris who's just behind him. And then we got Schumacher down to 14th. So not bad. We're also sort of battling with, is it AlphaTauri or Alpine? I think it's Alpine. So we can make some moves on them at some point along the way as well. 52 laps, so there's plenty of racing going on. Check in on Schumacher real quick, see who's around him. There's Schumacher. He's got Tsunoda right in front of him and Joe right behind him. Telemetry's all good. He's got a different strategy. But he's starting on hard tires. He's going to switch to mediums and then soft. He'll get faster and faster as the race goes. He may need it. He's going to pit. A lot of teams are going to pit twice, so I think he can get 14th. I think he may end up 14th. Magnussen, I think, could get 7th. We'll see. Here's the kid. Went in through a bunch of these curves before he gets to the first real straight, other than the home stretch. Oh. They come around this turn and then you really get gunning. Good spot right there. He's keeping... Oh, and he's making the move. But he's not going to be able to get around Tsunoda because Tsunoda's back on the inside on that turn. It was a nice try, though. He showed he's there to play. I was expecting to see Gary Gannon come in there and say, nice try. Instead he just says tires are getting warm. But he may make a move. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, nice attempt. We'll get him next time. All right, see? Wouldn't leave him hanging. Don't leave him hanging, Gare. We'll go back to Magnussen then, who's our lead car 2. He's dealing with... Valtteri Bottas is a good driver. And I'd say he's probably the closest rival to Magnussen. Because there's times when Bottas has bested him with some pretty impressive driving, but then there's times that Magnussen's come out on top with some really impressive driving. And I don't recall either one of them. I don't recall Magnussen really fighting and overtaking other drivers. I mean, I think he got around Hamilton one time, and he's right in front of him now. But there's always a risk here that he gets too laser focused on Bottas and doesn't see Hamilton behind him trying to make the move. Go through some of the strategy stuff here. Here's where we are in the driver's standings.
Doing great.
Hey, we just got a position. Schumacher did. Magnussen's 9th. Schumacher's
Is
13th.
that a new race
So-
position for Haas?
So that's where
Let's take a
he
closer
wants
look.
to move up.
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Way to go, kid.
And they get past, which moves them up a position.
Nicely done.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
At least one of our drivers is doing it. I'm kidding. So that's the session. That's for the session. Okay. I'm sorry, the Drivers' Championship. Magnussen's actually 8th. Right behind Valtteri Bottas. So these guys are big rivals. This Pierre Gasly is back here, but Gasly's been racing well recently too. Constructors, these are the teams. Yeah, so here we are. We're just ahead of AlphaTauri. That's it. We did so well in Montreal that we leapfrogged McLaren and AlphaTauri. But now we have to see what that means for points and where we are, and we'll take a look at it for a minute. Lap history, tire history. Most are on mediums. Most are starting on the medium, which means they're going medium hard. All those mediums are going medium hard. The hards could go hard, medium, hard. Or wait, no, maybe there's a medium hard. I forget. Anyway, events, the sponsorships, qualifying position. We need 1 to get 12th. Reach Q3. We did that. Okay, yes, we already got all these. 317 race targets, finish position. 1 driver get 12th or better. We'll get 119.92. Schumacher gained a position again. Finish in 14th. Both drivers in 14th.
AlphaTauri gained a place.
Yeah, we got it and lost it. So the pre-race report, this is where it was. Expected strategies. All right, so the mediums could go medium hard or medium hard medium. Okay, so they still could have 3 different ones. Anyone starting on hard is by default going hard, medium, soft.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
So the hards are all going hard, medium, soft. Tsunoda, Schumacher, Joe, and Albon. These mediums could be doing one of various things. And here's ours. Again, we got Schumacher's going hard, medium, soft. And Magnussen's going just medium hard. Here's the cars. Okay, so car 1 is the engine. Engine fits 62, gearbox 57, ERS 89, and we've got. Oh, I didn't want to. Oh, there it just shows it. His engine 74, 61, 80. The car 2 is the best. Car 1 is. They're both good. Should be good for this race. Here's the track and the weather. So, where's the track water? It doesn't look like we're supposed to have any track water. It's not in the forecast. Cloudy, partly cloudy. Clear skies. Forecast accuracy 70%. The chance of precipitation is low. It's just going to be overcast, which is probably good for the people showing up. Back to where we're going on here. Let's go back to Schumacher and just check a few things first. There he is. He's still got Tsunoda ahead of him, Joe behind him. Check his telemetry on the back end here. I'm watching miles per hour, but if you're from Europe, you can watch the kilometers. I really want to see what this is. I think the longest stretch. So I want to check his top speed on that back one. It should be something like 190 or 193, 194. As it comes around here and around this last bend. So the gas has got the DRS enabled. 189. All right. Not bad. No damage. These tires are warm. Brakes are good. Engine, all that stuff, we just saw that. No damage to anything. We're all good there. There's his strategy. There's his fuel consumption as the race goes on. And here's how his DRS is charging. At 86%, 87%. I want to say it charges when you hit the brakes. I don't know. We'll watch him a little bit on the camera to see how he's fitting in the crowd here. Still hanging out at 9th and 14th. Yeah, so AlphaTauri, we have to... Magnussen, ideally, will gain 2 spots and end up at 7th. Get ahead of both Bottas and Gasly. There are other guys, Tsunoda, we want to keep them out of the top here. Norris, we want to keep out of the points. We want to keep them both out of the points. It looks like the AlphaTauri is going to get points for Gasly, so if we want to stay ahead of AlphaTauri, we need Magnussen to get ahead of Gasly. We're not really directly competing right now with Alfa Romeo. So it's good for us to see Norris and Ricciardo in the back half. And we need Magnussen to make moves on Gasly. That's what's going to keep us in... sorry, there's a hair on my screen. I think it's P6, which is our target this series, which is... It's a lofty target. I think we started P9 or something. 9 of 10 teams. It was either 9 or 10, and they wanted 6th at the end of the season. Was our goal as principal, which is a huge goal. If we do that, we'd be sought after. I mean, other teams would take note of that. We'd advance them at least 3 or 4 positions. They'd say, "Who is this guy?" And we're really not doing. I mean, there's a lot we're doing between races, but I'm not making genius moves. I'm mostly just, I guess it's mostly a conservative approach. I still have the same drivers. I still have the same staff, really. In fact, we just re-signed Gary Gannon. I looked long and hard at a lot of these things. And I mean, one big change would be to get someone other than Schumacher, because he never finishes in the points, whereas Magnussen regularly does. But Schumacher has growth potential over the years. I don't know. But then again, I am going from this sim to next season in F1 2023. So it doesn't really matter what I do here as far as personnel goes. When I come back next season, it's going to be whatever 2023 starts you with. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting 2024, because it would be nice to start like a 2023 season, finish it, and then continue new seasons and have it build off of that. But if I just get the new version every year, I mean, it's nice because you get the additions and stuff, you got new graphics, you got whatever, but this isn't the only game I play. I'm never going to have multiple seasons of this in 1 year, 1 calendar year before the next one comes out. You know what I mean? As it is, I fit this in with baseball, and you can see here from these, I run one practice, run the time trials, and I run the race, and I don't fast forward. I don't speed time up, except for a couple times between, like, after practice and time trials, when I have both cars off the track. Before I put them both out again, I usually compress that a little bit. As long as I have drivers on the track, it's real time. So this is hours. I mean, yeah, I probably spend an hour on the management portion between races. 1 hour preparing for the next race. It's about 1 hour I spend just over on the practice session. About 40 minutes is spent on the time trials, and then an hour and a half on the actual race itself. So it's like 4 hours every week. And then on baseball, that's 3 hours. That's 7, almost 8 hours between 2 games. So I'm a busy man, busy with gaming. All right, let's go over to Magnussen and see how he's doing. He's in tight, man. Now he's got Hamilton right on him. He's got to be careful. Bottas right in front. He keeps trying to make that move. They all have medium tires. I guess we'll have to wait and see what their pit strategy is. We'll take a look at his stuff before we go over some of the other things. Let's see. So for the lap timings, yeah, it's Bottas in front, Hamilton right behind him. Car's getting a little warm. Telemetry, where's he at on the track? Okay, he's coming around the back here. We'll see how he goes on this back stretch, because that's where I want to see his top speed. What was, I think Schumacher was 188. I think we reached 193 in the time. Yeah, look at this. I mean, Hamilton's trying to make his move. We actually have to worry more about Hamilton than we do about Bottas. 190. All right, he made it up to 190, so he is going a little faster. I think now he closed in a little bit there. Telemetry's good. Tires are warm. Not too warm. His brakes are cool enough. We know everything's good on the engine, ERS, and gearbox. No damage to anything. There's a strategy. His fuel consumption and charging on his DRS. Okay, then we'll follow him around here a little bit. Onboard camera over the top. Oh, it looks, see, he's making defensive maneuvers there to keep Hamilton from picking a slot. I think that's what that was. If Hamilton saw that he was going to stick to the outside, he'd go in. If he saw he was going to the inside, he'd go out. So he just kind of, you know, slalomed. Just sort of, you know, psychologically having, what the heck is he doing? And throw him off for just that brief moment. I think that's what he's doing. He's gotten better defensively. He has worked on that. And gained some ground in that regard between sessions or during practice. And so the other thing, again, with my race engineers, like I said, I've got Gary Gannon for Schumacher. They've always paired well. And Schumacher doesn't need a rock star, because he's down to 14th anyway. I think if we've got a really, Gary Gannon is not a bad, he's not, in all fairness, Gary Gannon, he's a good race engineer. He's not a bad one. There are better ones out there, but I think, you know, if we found a top of the line, yeah, he's trying. If we found like top of the line race engineer, I don't think it would change much for Schumacher. You know, I think his ability is sort of his governor. You know what I mean? I think as he just simply gets better at driving, he'll do better. But I don't think his coach is going to pull more out of him, especially, you know, and how little we could. I think Gannon's a 70. We maybe will get like a 77. You know what I mean? You're paying a lot more money for not a whole lot of return for him. Magnussen and Reagan started the season a little cold towards each other. Not cold, but they weren't, you know, they didn't have a synergy going, and they seem to have improved their relationship quite a bit. And I think they're getting more out of it now. So I think we're seeing better. I mean, it used to be Magnussen would sometimes be coming in around 10. Well, I guess he's 9th now, but I feel like in the last few sessions he's improved fairly well, and I think some of that has to do with him getting along better with Reagan, who is a 77, I think, overall rating. There's other race engineers who are better at like the pit stop, and they may have better communication slightly on, you know, how the car is doing. But we started this race, I think Magnussen had like 87% confidence in the car setup, which is unusually high for this season thus far. So I think that's, if that could be a trend, that's a good thing. All right, so here at least now he's closer to Bottas than he is to Hamilton, so that's a good thing. I'm trying to make his moves on Bottas, keeping right on him. He's left a little space there behind him for Hamilton. So now if we go up here to the intervals, we got the leader. This is off the leader. We are 23 seconds. Hey, we just made it. We just made it around him. I'm up here looking. I missed this down here. What kind of turns do we have?
Good job, Kev.
Stay in front of him. Stay in front of him, Kevy.
Haas with an overtake.
I won't. It was on the screen, so I won't bother you with it. But he's been working on that for a while, man. Yeah, see, Bottas got us early race, and Kevin's been sore about that ever since. And we got him out there on the open. We grounded out. That isn't to say Bottas can't get it back, and he will try. And here he comes. He just did. Although Kevin's not going to lay down.
So that's P9.
He's on the inside slot, but now he's got to go outside to get the stretch here. Yeah, this is gonna
position gained for Alfa Romeo.
This is gonna go on for a while. What a rivalry between these two drivers. I don't know if this rivalry played out in real life, but now what? Oh, so Hamilton went in for a pit. So Hamilton's doing hard, or he's doing medium, hard, medium. Other driver locked up. Okay, who locked up here? Hamilton, Alonso on the
Sounds
pit.
like someone's locked up.
But, oh man, what a horrible day
We can
he's
take a
having.
look now. So this was the Aston Martin. It's a lockup, and that could be costly. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Always such an overreaction. We're on lap 15 of 52. Keep your pants on. Anyway, we saw a spin in the practice, or in time trials, I think. It was either time trials or practice on that same corner. I don't think it was Vettel, but this is Vettel's second, like his second lockup of the day. And it shows he's all the way back down there to 20. Vettel, whatever they call him. Actually, look at this. Williams is actually in front of somebody. That's unusual. So this is off the lead. Yeah, we're 25.1 seconds off the lead. We're, it looks like a half a second. Pace. No. 0.2 of a second pace. We're just right on Bottas. But Verstappen, we're here. Verstappen's way up here. That guy's just insane. Tires were at 66. Okay, so Hamilton's going to be on the hards for a while. Alonso on the hards for a while. They're going to pass all these guys. Maybe Schumacher can hold them back a little. That'd be nice. I don't know, and I would assume that if those guys were doing the medium hard mediums, they're the only two who went out. And I would assume that strategy, that window would be similar for anyone else with the same strategy. So I got to assume that the rest of these guys are doing just what Magnus is doing, and that's the medium hard. So they're only coming in for that one pit, and it's going to be somewhere near lap 24. It's creeping up on us. Pits, yeah, just Hamilton and Alonso, the only two with the pit thus far. But there's going to be a couple more teams. Oh, Sainz is coming. Okay, I stand corrected. The leader comes in, and so he's going to be doing medium, hard, medium as well. As you can see that up in there. Here's where they are on their sectors. Magnussen's doing well this time, better than his last. What's Schumacher? Where's Schumacher? Over here. So him as well. And they both got slower on that second sector. Interval is between laps, I think. And here we are again off the leader. All right, it's tough. It's tough. It's a good race. We're at laps 17 to 52. Thanks for hanging out, man. I feel like I've been talking forever, and we're only on lap 17. We'll do the overhead here to kind of show you where everyone's at again. Boy, it's nice not having Hamilton right on our tailpipe, you know. I think Vettel's going to end up passing both Williams at some point. But there's Verstappen. Just moving at half the speed of light. Guy's insane. Here's the old RAF airfield. I think you can almost see like the runways. Yeah, here's a runway. There's a runway here. And it's probably, I've never been there, but I would imagine there's a museum on site as well, because this is probably a pretty important RAF base. It is central, the Midlands part of England. I guessed right. It's actually just south of Northampton, north of Oxford, northeast of Oxford. So, Central Midlands, Mercia, the history folks. Back to the race here. So ooh, what? The Botas just went into the pit. So maybe they are doing the medium, hard medium, because our pit window hasn't even opened. All right, now he's climbing around everyone in the pit. Perez came out ahead of him, I think. Perez is just in front. And he's now 5th place. Oh man, that's good. Schumacher's in the money now. But he's entering a pit window. Look at that, look at that. I think this bodes well, because they're gonna have 3 pits then. They came in for their first of 3, I believe, because we just entered a pit window. So we're gonna take 1 pit when they're out there again, so we'll fall back, and then they're gonna pit again, and we're gonna come on up. Man, this is good. I don't think it's Perez. Yeah, Perez is right in front of him, so you could actually see Perez up there. That's how close he is to Red Bull. Only Red Bull and Ferrari are ahead of him. And Tsunoda, I don't even see movement back there. I don't think Tsunoda's back here. No, he's right here. That's pretty cool. There you go, man. All right, so pit window's active for just Schumacher. Oh, man. Oh, just this horrible thought. Something happened. Bar. If he locked up, spun out, hit a wall or something like that. He's in a place here now where he really wants to push on those straightaways. Try and get forward. And manage those turns. You know, don't go soft through the turns. Don't go slow. How to put, feel where you are. Maybe don't come so close to the envelope on the turns. Because the last thing you want to do is lock up or spin out. But once you come out of that turn, man, just blow. Put your DRS on, Kev. Tire's getting a little warm. That's okay. A little warm's okay. I feel bad now. I mean, now I'm keeping Reagan in here. I feel bad that he didn't even know I had him sort of on the verge of the chopping block for the vast majority of the season thus far. He didn't even know. I mean, he's got a contract that's still, I think, more than a year out too. So now, again, here I offered Gary Gannon, Schumacher's race technician. I offered him an extension. He wasn't interested in the 2-year. I think I had to offer him 3, and then he accepted, and I gave him a raise too. But you never know when F1 Manager 2023, is he even there at the start? So we have to put some creative license with that. When 2023 starts up next season, if it looks vastly different, we'll have to assume certain things happen. They broke a contract, they left, whatever. We'll fill the gaps creatively. So this yellow here, I was thinking for a second maybe something's wrong, but it's just saying that the pit window starts in a lap. He's not supposed to come in until the 24th, and he's not going to. In fact, he's a little above the tire wear. He could go to the 25th. We could push it another lap still. Keep him out front. And we very well may. I think I may make an executive decision there. Now, Schumacher, we'll call him in right when he needs to. Well, he's in 7th right now. Russell behind him. What's his strategy look like? He's ahead of his tire wear as well. We can actually, I think we're going to ignore his as well and pull him in on the 20. We're going to pull him on his 22nd. We're going to go one over for both these guys. 22nd and 25th. Hopefully it doesn't bite us. Here's Schumacher. Tsunoda's in the pit. He's going to pass Tsunoda. Oh, he just went to 8th. Okay, we're going to optimal pit stop lap. This is the optimal lap for pitting with our strategy. Alright, I guess we'll pit him. I'm going to go long on Kevin's. So his strategy is hard, medium, soft. Alright, so we're going to go medium. Yeah. Car parts are good. We don't need to do anything with the front wing. This will be pit stop time, 3.3 seconds. Next lap.
Box now, box now. Copy. Box is up.
When he says now, he really means later. Now he's got Russell behind him. There's Russell. Man, we've got 5th and 6th at this point of the race. I should take a screenshot of that just to show that it was a thing. There we go. Oh, wait till I get a good angle. Good angle. Alright, there I had Russell coming in behind him at Silverstone. That's a good screenshot. 5th and 6th on the board. He's looking good. He's got a good pace going. You know? You know what I mean? Now here he's going to go on the straight. He does not have his DRS enabled, and Russell does, so Russell's gaining ground, but he's going to come around here and get in the pit anyway. Here it comes.
Oops. Yep. And white line, white line.
Well, this is tough because there are a lot of cars about to pass him. He's in the pit. Boom, boom, boom. I don't see anyone else's team out here in the pit getting ready to pit him either, so this, yeah, he's dropping back. Oh my gosh. Come on, guys, get it quick. Back out there, man. Get back out there. 13th, 14th, 15th. Oy. He's out at 15. Anybody behind him? Yeah, all right. So he's locked at 15. He'll get. He's got a 3-pit strategy. I don't know. I don't know if the 3-pit strategy was a good idea for him or not. I mean, for a while there, he was 6th place, but he's got Joe behind him. He's back where he was. Got spanking new tires on, though. So it's kind of a nice thing. Look at how far Magnussen is ahead of Russell. You know, he may be. I may pit him. I don't know. I mean, he may be far enough. No, he's not far enough ahead of Russell that Russell won't catch him. I may give him a little bit. I am going to give him that one more lap. I'm going to ignore when Magnussen's optimal window opens. I'm going to say ignore it. Send him around one more time, and then we'll bring him up. I think we did that once before, and it worked out for us. I think you can keep those harder tires for longer. Or is he on the mediums? No, he's on the mediums. Mediums for longer. Keep that extra speed for longer. I'm sorry. And then trade that off as a track grip. Increases just slightly. Verstappen's in the pit. He's so far ahead that Sainz is still behind him, you see? So Verstappen's here in first. Sainz is second place. He's about, and he's already coming off. This Red Bull's got such an elite pit crew that he's going to come out and he's pit in first place and comes out in second, it looks like. That's bananas. It's bananas, isn't it? Here's what we do this. Okay, we're gonna say ignore it, Gary. After this next one, we'll have him come in. Let's go over to Magnussen. Oh, he's closing in on Stroll, and he's trying to make a move on him. Oh, I almost left. Look at that! Way to go! Way to get a 14. Oh, he's going for a pit.
Okay, good job. You'll get back on it. Your pace was excellent.
Haas with an overtake there.
Yeah. Well, we saw it, so we're not gonna. Way to go, kid. Way to go, kid. Now he's pretty well in his own little spot there, so I want to go around to Magnussen. We're keeping him out a little bit longer. Build up, hopefully, a bigger gap between him and Russell. Especially on the straightaway, really extend that gap. Extend it. He's almost at the end of that straightaway before he gets into the beginning of it. That's nice. And then after he passes the next spot here, comes around this spot here now. Now we will tell him to pit. Do the pit options. He's going medium hard, so here are the hard tires he's going with. And we'll say pit this lap.
Box.
Box.
He's got Mercedes back there. Just now coming around that turn. So he's a full straight away from them. Yeah, now these guys are slowing down into that turn and he's coming out of it. Really getting some speed here. I don't think we're gonna see them. Yeah, we don't even see them there. But it's still not gonna be our pit crew's not. They're not the best. They're good. They're not great. You know, Ferrari, Red Bull, they have great pit crews. Russell's gonna probably catch us. Ocon, I don't know. We're gonna see. Verstappen just set the fastest lap of that. That's what that little pink stopwatch flag means. Heading into the pit now. But we want to check this. We want to check the tail camera on this one. Yeah, see, Hamilton's already here. Or Russell. And we're all the way at the end of this pit row. Oh, we're going to get passed by a few. Yeah, we're going to drop down quite a few. We're already 6 before we even got into our bay. Uh, 11th. And now we're just ahead of Norris. Not good. Well, now we're not even in the money. But these are the tires, these brand new tires now are the ones that we're going to have on for the rest of the race. Lap 26 of 52. He's going to keep these on. and these guys are all going to come in for another pit. And so he's going to be fine, people. He'll be okay. The kid's going to be all right. Another car spun. I don't know who. Find out in a second.
Yellow.
Okay. Joe.
Let's take a look at the replay. Let's take another look. There we have Joe.
Ooh.
What a spin out!
We're not good for them, but at least he spun off the track, so it's not an obstacle, and they cleared it just that fast. No debris. Carry on, lads. 40% chance of precipitation in 3 minutes. Well, that would change things. No, it doesn't help us if it rains. Because if it does, everybody pits, and our pit stops are a little longer than the average. Got Alonso ahead of us and Norris behind us. He can pass Alonso organically. He can close on Bottas. And then when Bottas and Gasly come in for their pit, and Hamilton apparently, he can get fifth or sixth. I think Magnussen can get fifth or sixth. And he wants to come in ahead of Gasly and Bottas. Ideally, he wants to get Gasly, Bottas, hopefully Hamilton too. It'd be nice to stay in front of one of the Mercedes. Boost himself up in the standings. He's doing well. One of the two drivers for the only American F1 team who was like 9th or 10th at the bottom. Not respected. And now we worked our way into 6th. Part of it's our design team. Simone Resta is our head of aerodynamics guy, I believe. And he's been crucial on the designing of the new parts for the cars. We're shaving fractions of a second off of our time. All of it together, they'll shave maybe a couple seconds off by the end of the season, or second. At this level, you're operating in hundredths of a second, 28 to 52. So what's that? 56. So we're over the halfway mark here. Thanks again for watching. I think I'm getting good performance on my video. I haven't seen the little alert pop up there that says encoding overload. Consider reducing your quality or whatever. There's Alonso ahead of us. We're gonna catch Alonso. Bottas is racing pretty well. It looks like Schumacher's just basically all alone. Magnussen's he's working on Alonso. And can we see Bottas? Yeah, he's up there. And that's he's gonna have Bottas vision. So he's looking past Alonso. Bottas. How do I get that guy? Fast can I come off this turn? Get that guy. Behind him, Norris. Back there, we saw him was visible for a moment. Back there again. And now we're gonna lose him. Oh no, here he is, yeah. Another driver locked up. What the heck is happening out here? Over the shoulder view. Find out who locked up. I'm
Seems
glad
to have been a lockup.
Ricardo.
Let's see what happened there. Now look at this. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Ooh, ooh,
and
ooh.
yes, that's the lockup.
Yeah, you can see the brakes. Oh man, he came way off. It took him a while. He lost a place. Took him a while to come back on.
And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
The Australian. Daniel. Helps Schumacher. We got to keep these guys out of the points. We got to keep both these guys out of the points, and we got to knock this guy back down. We got to leapfrog Gosling. Gosling. Some of the stuff here. Tires. We're at 93. They're in their 70s. We're at 23% better than all these punks. Or, well, better than a couple of them. Bottas, we're still 15. Right, yeah. Ahead of him, so he's gonna come in again, and we're gonna be just fine, people. As long as we don't have an incident, we're gonna be just fine. Everyone's had a pit thus far. Second pits, I don't know when they're gonna come in. Look at Ocon though, he's killing it. Yeah, so Bottas doing very well too. Shoot. Magnussen okay. Schumacher. The greens, I believe, is when it's fat. They've performed faster in that sector than the previous time. .5 of a second off of, or 7/10 of a second off of Alonso. Or wait, no. 0.05 of a second. Yeah, 0.05 of a second. That's it. Excuse me. My math. I just work at a bank, that's all. Oh. The leader. Good stuff. Let's check the fin. See what it looks like on the straightaway. Fastest part of the track. 3 inches off the pavement. That's insane. Aircraft took off at slower speeds from this airfield. You know? At much slower speeds. We're going to probably almost twice the speed of what most aircrafts at this airport used to take off at on that back stretch. The engine is obviously much more powerful than any of those little aircraft. But it's fun. It's fun to watch those. Speaking of RAF aircraft stuff, there, check out Pete J's channel, Pete_J at YouTube. He's been doing Plane Mechanic Simulator. I want to try that. I've got it. I want to work on it a little while too. You're working on RAF aircraft during World War II in the Blitz, so 1940 would be 84 years before this. On an airfield like this, working on, Swordfish and Hurricane and stuff like that. Good stuff. And then stick on this channel too. I got Easy Red 2. I'm going through the Axis perspective on all the battles and single player, and then hopefully I get her compete together a couple times and do the multiplayer from Allied perspective. It's a lot of fun. I do really like that game, and Matt also has talked me into getting Ostfront. So it's kind of like Company of Heroes, real-time strategy, top-down, sending units places, and you get to jump into some of the units and play there as well. So more of a strategy thing, but there's strategy involved in Easy Red 2, I should add. Especially if you're squad leader, there's a lot you can do in that role. Anyway, here we are camped up behind Alonso still. At least we got a good distance between us and Norris. We got 20 laps to go, and we're gonna start to see people pit probably around lap 40. I want to say 8 more laps. Sorry, I had to take a drink there. That's always fun, right? That's not good. Slower than usual. Or Schumacher. Schumacher. But he's still ahead of Joe. How far is he off Tsunoda? Tsunoda's right in front of him. Depending on what Tsunoda... Now, Magnussen's going to pit. Or, I mean, Schumacher's going to pit again. Also. And so we'll see his pit window open. Probably around the same time the other's pit window's open. He's going to finish on soft tires. Magnussen's in for the haul now. He's in for the long haul. The longa haul. And we can see... We go here again. What's the strategy? Yeah, so for the medium... Long out to hard. So these guys are going to stay on. Carlos Sainz is probably going to go back to mediums. These guys with the hards right about here are probably going to go back to mediums. Or yeah. Medium, hard, medium, right? Or is it hard, medium, hard? Maybe it's hard, medium, hard. It's medium, hard. It's hard, medium. I forget what are the reports? Pre-race report. Effective strategies. You got medium, hard, medium, and medium, hard. So the longer it goes out, the more likely they are just to do the medium, hard. So if we start on hard, those guys are going hard, medium, soft. Okay, so again, we go back here. The long mediums are medium, hard. The short mediums are medium, hard, medium. Yeah, because we're a long medium. The Bottas is going to pit again. Gasly's going to pit again. Hamilton and Ocon are going to pit again. Verstappen won't. Stroll won't. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There we go. And the tire wear is pretty good for him. Tire wear is great for him. But he's going to come in at 39. Competitor pit stop. All right, we're already starting to see these pits. Who's coming in? Hamilton and Alonso. We're passing them already. And they're just coming to a stop now, too. They're not even coming out. Maybe Hamilton's coming out. But we're back in the money. Although so is Norris. This is good. This is good, people. 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 Good. So now you have Schumacher right in front of Hamilton. I don't exactly see who's directly ahead of him. But Hamilton's going to be right there. And Hamilton's going to want a passy pass. Because Hamilton just had his second pit stop and now he's good for the rest of the race. Or Schumacher's going to have to go back in again. He's going to be like 16th place or something. 16th or 17th. Then he'll end on soft over. Now the track grip is high. That's where we're good now with the harder tires. So I just picked opposite strategies to see, mostly just to sort of test and see what the effect of them is. But I thought the stronger of the two strategies was Magnussen's, so yet it's likely that Hamilton's going to get around him. Oh, he's handling it pretty well, though. Go back over to Magnussen. Maggie. magenta. Magnificent bastard. He's pretty much in the middle there. He doesn't have much going on. Actually, the more interesting contest right now is between Schumacher and Hamilton, and he's pulled them out, it looks like, a little bit there. They're both on mediums. And Hamilton really wants to pass. Schumacher does play a little defense. Here goes Hamilton on the outside. Yeah, see, he's got his DRS enabled. We don't. Ooh, but he's not giving up, though.
So we'll totally catch them up, okay?
Yeah, he didn't just let him have it. He made him work for it.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Yeah, we saw. Calm down. We're not on the DRS here either. We'll see when he turn it on if we gain any traction with it. I don't know if we'll do it here. On this straightaway. Yeah, he's got the DRS enabled on this straightaway. I don't know if he will or not. Maybe we're making ground on him. I think we seem to have. A little too far back now, though, because he's coming off that turn right now. We're not using the DRS here. Sainz and Perez coming in for the pit. Right here, we're too far back for that to make any difference. Russell's coming in for the pit. That might affect Magnussen. Bottas in the pit. All right, all these guys going to the pit. Gasly, Bottas, everyone going in the pit. We're coming around them now. We're going to get out front and stay there. And Russell's coming out of the pit, but we should be able to get around him, shouldn't we? Go, 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 go. Get around him, get around him, get around him. Yes. Beat him out the line, and now we're in 5th. Sweet. Sorry, I wanted to go to this to see how close Russell was. Right there he is. I think we can keep Russell back there. We have high track grip, normal track rubber, and we've got a fair enough margin. With Russell behind us, we're going to now hit the gas and come off this turn and really start to put some distance. Now, we got a good car. I think we can remain in 5th place. Players in the pit. Not even using the DRS here at this point. I would use that DRS, Kevin, though. I wouldn't not use it just because you're just because nobody's right in front of you. This is exciting. 14 laps left. So you seem kind of close, and then he tore off that line. And I think in general Mercedes is faster than us, so it's possible he goes 6th. It wouldn't be the end of the world if he ended up in 6th place. But 5th sure would be nice. It does look like Russell's gaining ground on us. I want to see him using his DRS on the straights. I don't want to see him not use it because nobody's in front of him. I don't think you should use it only for passing. If you're building that charge up, use it. Build a buffer. Yeah, because we have too many laps left to really keep him back there without using DRS. Use it on the straight, man. Use it on the straight. It's not doing it. Not using it on the straight. And he's maintaining a lead, but it's evaporating. Coming off the corner well. Tsunoda's in the pit. Schumacher, get ahead of him. Get ahead of him, Schumacher, get ahead of him. Oh, of course, there's his pit set. Yeah, so he's gonna get around him, and then he's got a pit. We're going with the soft tires, right? Yeah, so.
Box now, Mick. Box now.
That sucks. That sucks for Mick because he's in the points. He's in the points. And hoping to push Gasly out of the points there. Shoot, that's a close. This is close with Mercedes. At least Joe and Ricardo are in the pit still. And so I think we'll stay ahead of them. So he may drop down to 14th. Schumacher. No more pits for Magnussen. Doing all right. Yeah, I don't think we have a better car than Mercedes. We've got 12 laps left. And he's driving very well. We can hold him off for a few laps.
Okay, understood. And white line, white line.
Let's see what this means for Schumacher. Bottas is going to pass him up here. Norris is going to pass him. We should stay ahead of Joe and Ricardo. Yep, and that's about where we're going to be. He's going to be ahead of Joe and Ricardo. Ricardo at 14th. As Tsunoda's up here, he may be able to take Tsunoda. He may end up 13th. Could get past Norris. He's on soft tires now. He's got the reds on, so now he can really just lay it all out there, you know? And hopefully he will. He doesn't have anyone right on him. Nobody right behind him, actually. He's got a Williams. He's got a lap first. Should probably Albon. But we'll see. I think 13th will be good for him. 12th will be great. There you go. Competitor spun. Who? Find that out before we go back to Schumacher. Several cars involved.
VSC.
Yeah, copy.
Do we need to pit? I don't think we do. No, we're going to ignore. Ignore.
Sounds like a few cars have crashed. Here's the replay.
Oh man. No overtaking permitted. But we don't need a pit because Magnussen's going to end up Magnussen's going to end up, he's on the same tires anyway. And Schumacher just put his new softs on. I don't know how long the incident's going to be there. But yeah, Mercedes is closing in on him. Schumacher's got Joe behind him. So Schumacher's competing. Here's the guy behind him. Here's the guy who needs to pass. They can't pass anybody right now. He, like, basically, this is Verstappen, Perez, right? Or maybe not. Maybe this is Verstappen, Perez.
The VSC is ending.
Verstappen's
DRS enabled.
Verstappen signs. Perez, Leclerc. And Russell and Hamilton. Russell and Hamilton behind Magnussen here. We have both Mercedes right behind him. Yeah, he's got Russell right there. Came off the turn well, but Russell's going to use his DRS, and we're not using it because we're not trying to pass. And then Hamilton's right behind him, a little ways, but yeah. See, here's. He's using the DRS to try and get around us. And now we're going to have to do the same and try and leapfrog him later. So he's going to pass us pretty soon on a straight. And then we're going to have to try and pass him again as we get later on here. And hopefully that leapfrog ends in our favor with us having the right timing at the end of the race to maintain 5th place. I think we can hold 6th place. 6th would be good. 6th would be good. But I would love 5th. And I think Magnussen would too. So really, he really wants to, after Russell passes him, he really wants to get that one back. But for some reason, these guys just don't use DRS when they're not passing. Make it take a while, but I don't know if it's going to take longer for Russell to pass us or for us to pass Russell, you know? That's kind of what we're contending with. He didn't use the DRS there. He's going to use it on this back, on the back stretch is where he's going to go for it again. And he'll probably get us on this next back stretch. Coming up after this next turn to the left. Right here. His DRS is on, ours is off. He's going outside. Wow. Well, he's fighting him still. Okay, he lost the spot.
So we're P6.
All right, and so now
It's a race position gained from Mercedes.
Now we're in his dirty air, and we'll see how aggressively Magnussen goes after him, and see how hard he uses the DRS. Is he going to use it here? He does. He's got it open there. Close the gap. And now if he uses it again on the backstretch, we'll see if that's enough. I don't think he's going to pass him for at least a couple laps. Lap 45.52, 7 laps. And for the leader, at least. Yeah, nothing here. And he's not going to use it until he gets on that back stretch. Around here. Now he's going to gun it. And he's going to open up the slats. He's got the DRS enabled. We're not going to be able to catch him. I think their car's better. We're keeping it in close. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch Russell. I think Mercedes just got a better car than us. I don't think it's Russell's skill. I think Magnussen's good enough to pass him with the right car. Or if he had at least the same level car. And it doesn't look like he's gaining much ground. It looks like Russell's pulling away. Now he's going to have the DRS and no, he doesn't have it. And now I'm concerned about Hamilton passing. And ending up 7th place. I really don't want both Mercedes. Okay, looks like we're going around Williams. Maybe he acts as a buffer for Hamilton. Yeah, I'd really like to come in ahead of one of these Mercedes cars. Wasn't using DRS there. He's not far back, but now he's closer to Hamilton than he is to Russell. And he's at risk of getting passed. Come on, man, stay ahead of Hamilton. I was here talking to like 6th was going to be a consolation prize. It does not look like he's going to get 5th back. Now I'm worried he's going to get 7th. I'm going to be upset if he gets 7th. If he gives this up to Hamilton, let's both Mercedes pass him. I'm going to be upset if he doesn't use his DRS. Because yeah, Hamilton's racing aggressive on him. Yeah, because Hamilton's got the DRS on. And their car can get around us. Doggone it, Kevin. How's that feel to get passed by both of them?
Just keep concentrating.
Keep concentrating. Maybe use your DRS once and again. I feel like taking over for that.
6 laps remaining.
I feel like taking over. Tell them to overtake.
Understood.
I think there's been a lock-up. Let's have a look. Now just focus on the Haas. And there's the lock-up. It almost got away from them entirely.
Yeah, it took him a while to get back on the track.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
They'll be fine. Doggone. Doggone. I can't believe Kevin's in 7th place now. Seventh place, 4 laps to go. He's gonna get 7th because he couldn't pass a Mercedes. They couldn't keep Mercedes from passing him, and then once they did, he couldn't catch him. Man, we gotta improve this car.
5 laps remaining.
Come on, man. Go for it. Go for it. Get these guys. I was gonna say, I know I'm worried about Ocon behind him, but maybe he can get one back from one of these guys. He can still get 6th, man. Catch him. Schumacher locks up too hard on the brakes. Crazy. The weather turned out being really good. 4:15 p.m. We never had a drop of rain. High track rubber, high grip. There were hard tires on, so this works so well for us. I'm gonna pass the Williams there. We're not going to catch Mercedes. Doggone it. Shoot. Well, it's going to be Red Bull, Ferrari, interlaced. Then Mercedes, in 56th. Haas 7th. Well, we came ahead of Ocon, Bottas, Alonso.
4 laps remaining.
Or at least, if nothing bad happens. Gasly's out of the points. This is good. Right now we have AlphaTauri and McLaren out of the points. So that's big. Alonso's right ahead of Gasly. I think Alonso can hold him off. Ocon's behind us. 2 laps to go. I mean, you got Ocon making a move. I can't even see Hamilton anymore, but I think Magnussen's got this. On the stretch, not using our DRS. There's Ocon. Got to make sure he doesn't pass us in the next 2 laps. He's a little too close right there. Right there, we left him off a little. That's good.
3 laps remaining.
3 laps remaining for Kevin. We got 3 laps for him to not pass us. And he's going to use his DRS, and we're not. Because unfortunately, we're not anywhere near Mercedes. I mean, we are, but you know what I mean. Mercedes is right there. They're in front of us, but not enough to use the stinking DRS. So now I'm concerned. I'm concerned Ocon's going to push. I'll be fuming. I'll be fuming if he gets 8th place. He started in 8th. He should be able to finish 6th. But at very least 7th. He seems to be maintaining the buffer. The problem is right here. Ocon's gonna use the DRS.
Two laps remaining.
Come on, guys. Keep him ahead of Alpine. Kevin. I mean, not Kevin. Reagan. What's Reagan's first name? Ed Reagan? Tell him to use the DRS if he has to. I'll override you. Dobbins on the last lap. Yeah, Ocon's not even using the DRS yet. He's waiting to use it like on the last lap. So I may tell Magnussen to use it. I may override and tell Magnussen to use it when he does. Just so he can't get around us.
Starting final lap.
This is close. This is close. We're gonna watch Verstappen take his victory. She should any minute now. Man, this is close. We got Ocon right on us. Got this DRS enabled. We don't. I want to see the replay.
Checkered flag.
We can take a look now. And there's the checkered flag. Max Verstappen is our winner.
What an achievement! Sometimes you take the incredible skill of these drivers for granted, but not today.
Way to go. We're close together. Stay in front of him, Kev. I'm gonna have Kevin use his DRS on that back lap. Because I do not want him to lose it here. Stay in front of him, Kevin. Stay in front of him. Stay in front of him, man. Stay in front of him. Stay in front of him. Stay in front of him. Don't let him take it. Don't let him take it. Don't let him take you. Don't let him take you. Just shoot. Oh my gosh.
Checkered flag.
Oh, he came in 7th. Holy crap. Photo finish.
That was superb.
Good drive, mate. Okay, Kev, so obviously box and remember the full switch off procedure when you're stopped.
Holy Katsanoli. Oh my gosh, he won that one by like 5 inches. He came in. Yeah, way to come in front of both Alpine, Kevin Magnussen. Oh man. They're trading glances.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result. Haas there having a very successful day at the races.
The whole team was absolutely on their game today, and the result proves that.
And they're in 6th place in the constructor standings at the end of this weekend.
Next time, the teams will be forging ahead at full throttle through the Styrian forest. The Austrian Grand Prix is right around the corner.